Only 5 minutes late. No problem, right? This shows my bitrate as being crappy. Average stream bitrate too high. One second, I'm going to take a peek at that. All right, you're going to hate me, but I'm going to stop and start the stream. Well, maybe not. Let's see. My bitrate is 61. So it says I'm basically moving 6 meg. Well, it's going to go off of the average, so yep. We're just going to go with it. Sound good? I'm going to lower you just a little. Well, no, I'm going to leave it right here. I want to be just kissing the red on the audio. I was trying to work with yesterday's stream, the video, since it was going in, going out. Oh, you know what? Let's do the thing. Boom. It's so much better to actually be looking at you while I'm talking at you. Bum, bum, bum. Connect to my gumbo. Maybe. Oh, no, that's just not going to work. I need to be on the right network. Well, you know what? I don't need that right now. We can just do it this way. I don't need to get my tablet up and running. Oh, no, I'm on the right Wi-Fi. So what the heck? Oh, because it's the home. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Sorry. Anyway, how's it going? Hopefully this one's better. It looks like I'm kicking out 30 of 30 frames per second. I made some changes. My bitrate is still showing as unstable, which, like I said, it's taking the average. We'll see. Hopefully it's not going to be buffering for you guys. But I'm streaming and I'm recording, and hopefully I really did try to clean up yesterday's stream. I wanted to throw it up on the YouTube channel at least, but wow, was that garbage. What's unfortunate is I can still see a huge amount of lag. No buffering, but that's okay. I think a little bit of lag is all right. My bitrate seems to be leveling off, so hopefully in the next minute or two that's going to go green and it will no longer be unstable. We can hope, right? Anyway, if this is your first time here, hopefully yesterday was not your first time here, but if this is your first time here, my name's David. This is Attention to Detail. This is my stream where essentially I catch Pokemon, first and foremost, let's be honest. But also I work on my projects and make sure that I'm doing things doing the things that I want to do. You spend too much time. Oops. Speaking of squirrel, I spend too much time wondering whether or not I should be working on these projects. And in the last year or so, I've realized I've got a lot of projects that I just kind of stopped working on, and having this time in this space allows me to kind of get back on track with that and hopefully share it with some people and have conversations around what I could be doing better, what maybe you'll learn something, who knows. Anyway, again, David, attention to detail, Pokemon, etc. So yeah, today the plan is to be doing some video editing. I've got a lot of... What the heck? Why did DaVinci lose my license key again? All right, well, before I go and transfer to share my screen, let's take care of that. DaVinci, there we go. Copy. Make that go away. Pasta. It seems like maybe when there's updates, I'm losing the license key. At least I hope it's something stupid like that. If it's something like changing networks is requiring me to reactivate it, I'm going to have an issue with that. All right, but anyway, the first thing I've got to do after taking care of a quick transition that was odd. It lost my screen share for some reason. I've been screwing around quite a bit with OBS, especially yesterday after everything went stupid. So, yeah. Bink. At least now, that guy's up. And it's weird. I always have to point the wrong direction, and I need to remember that. Anyway. Step the first is get this stupid wire out of my face. We need to start copying stuff over. So I wanted to, last time I did this, use rsync for the copy, just so that I get a better idea of what exactly is going on, maybe a progress bar, and honestly just to use rsync because it is the best way of going about this. Does rsync have any advantages? So let's see. Rsync. I want to rsync. See, a lot of these, I love the idea, the concept of Swiss Army tools. But holy mackerel. /star dot, I think it's capital MP4. Yep. And we're going to be copying to and let me make sure. Do I have, okay, audio, desktop audio is killed, so I need to make a directory first. Videos, trailer, new folder, day 2. This is actually day 2 and 3, but whatever. I think I needed to do verbose to make that make sense and get what I wanted out of it. But that's going to take a little while. I did actually find, I must have dropped it somewhere. But anyway, I did find a USB converter for the SD card, since for whatever reason I can't get the Asus ROG to recognize an SD card. Just the way it is sometimes with these things. Oops. The video. I need to figure out why this stupid thing keeps crashing. Like OBS Studio crashing. Yeah, that was me. I did that. But why are you falling apart? And it's specifically when it's trying to create thumbnails. Shocker, I know. This is one thing that's kind of weird. This laptop has NVIDIA graphics, but it also has yeah, so it's an AMD chip and it has onboard Radeon graphics, but it's connected to vulnerability. It's connected to an NVIDIA video card. So, well, but I don't think I'm going to spend any time working on that here and now, right? Why not? Why would I do that? What I do want to look at is, well, all that start copying over. I did need to wrap up this, because a lot of this is going to be, you know, all fast forwarded, but it's not quite there yet. But this is, you know, this is just cleanup, filler sort of stuff. Now I got to clip below that audio. And my audio got out of sync again, but whatever. I mean, that entire thing can kind of go away. Oh, you know what? Actually, this is, I just noticed that I was wearing my old, where did I put you? 1 second. Gloves are important. There we go. So I can't remember if I did most of my complaining about this on stream or not. But that lapel mic that I was wearing is from a company called Fine. There we go. And quite honestly, I mean, I'm sure you guys noticed the audio is really good. I'm a fan of the capabilities of it. I have an issue, however, and that issue is that I can't guarantee that it's going to continue working, and that's a problem. There's a number of streams that have happened where I look over and go, oh crap, there is no audio being recorded right now. That's bad. But because of that, I kind of just stopped trusting this thing. And because of that, oh, are you not going all the way down? Is that the issue? This isn't, I got a whole bunch of grinding dust on this one. I'm sure they're going to try to blame it on that. But, fact of the matter is that I couldn't trust it to work. And not being able to trust something that you're using to work is, well, that's not good. So I replaced it. I went with DJI. So far, I really like the additional features. The fact that it comes with a magnet for putting it underneath your... Oh, yeah, it's not even trying to charge anymore. That's because there's a bunch of crap in there. And it's magnetic on the bottom, which is nice. If I can get any of that out of there. I don't want them to be like, oh yeah, there's grinding dust in there. Of course there's going to be a problem. Because that's not the reality of my situation. Anyway, all right. Meanwhile, back at the ranch. Okay, good. It's all cleaned up. Let me mute this real quick because it's bothering me. So yeah, it's got a little charging box. It's got these indicator dots to say how charged this box is. And then it charges each one of the things inside. You pop it out, it automatically starts the audio side of things. Yeah, bottom of that's a little chewed up. The number of times, like I said, I look over and bam, it's not recording anymore. That's not great. I put that in a review on Amazon. They actually reached out to me and said, oh, hey, that's sucks. Is there anything we can do to make this right? I was kind of shocked. I'm already outside of the return window for Amazon because I want to actually use a product before one bad day. Okay, a bad day can happen. 2 bad days. 3. Okay, 3 in a month. We're going to have an issue. So they reached out, asked how they could make it right. I explained that, I'm not sure that it's just not something I can use. I don't trust it. And because I don't trust it, it's either going to be given away or I'm going to throw it on eBay or something like that. And then I kind of backtracked a little bit and said, maybe I'll continue to use it in situations where I don't want to use the good set, if that makes sense. So it'll be my junker, my outdoor, this is going to get dirty, this is going to get wet. If it breaks, it breaks set. And they said they understood, but then asked basically if I'd turned it off and on again. They wanted to make sure that I'd charge it overnight. They wanted to make sure that, all of the things that I absolutely understand from a technology support set of things. Like, you always ask the stupid questions first. Did you do the basic amount of troubleshooting? But, my initial review was pretty detailed about I'd had it for a month. It worked fine X number of times. Then suddenly it just didn't. There was no real explanation. Squirrel. And that it failed in different ways each time as well. So it was, I couldn't pin down exactly what and why it was happening. And then, you know, they asked me, did I turn it on and off again? Did I charge it overnight? Are the lights on when I'm trying to use it? Things like that. I kind of responded to that with a little bit of a snarky response, asking them to reread my review and saying it appears as though I've been transitioned to a different team that isn't aware of what the issue actually is. They apologized for that and said, hey, it sounds like it's malfunctioning. They'll replace it. And then when I said, okay, sure, I'll take the replacement because maybe it is just something's wrong with it. And if it lasts for a couple of months as the beater set, then I'll change my review. Absolutely. And then they went a step farther and asked whether or not I could send it back so that they could actually do some testing on it and see if they couldn't figure out where the issue was. So I just want to say that while my review currently on Amazon about these is not awesome, I have no qualms with the company. It's entirely likely that it's just this set. We'll find out. So if you are interested in these guys, I said it's FI Fine. They're kind of an inexpensive-ish alternative to the DJI. And they'll also let you know if you actually will use a lapel mic. I am surprised how long I stuck with the full headset. I mean, right now, most of the audio is notifications and things. I may end up even shifting over to this guy unless I'm playing games, because it's just easier, and half the time, you know, I'm doing this anyway so that I can still hear if someone's screaming at me or screaming at me. If someone's like, hey, I need your help with something or what have you. You know what I mean? So, yeah. A little bit of a sidetrack, but I'm impressed. I can't say I'm super impressed, but I am pleasantly surprised with how they handled this for basically being a knockoff company. We'll see. We shall see what actually happens and go from there. But if you just want to find out if you're going to use it and you think you might end up wanting a pair that's literally a spare, I would still recommend it. But anyway, let's get back to editing video. One of the things I realized is that the majority of this, the vast majority of this, I'm going to be basically fast forwarding through. I've got a lot of audio in here. I might be doing like voiceover work. I don't have a good voiceover microphone. I've never done voiceover work, so we'll see. But I kept all of this audio. Like, a lot of this audio is me saying, all right, and grunting as I'm lifting stuff. I think there's the part where I talk about, you know, where I make the creepy lift. I make a joke about being done. So I'm honestly probably going to get rid of most of this audio. It's mostly there at the moment so that I can line up the other clips. And I've apparently screwed that up here. And like I kept the audio for this part. And then I deleted it. See, it's just a millisecond off. It's just enough. Oh. Here I am complaining about it, and you can't even hear it. Let's try that again. Yeah, it's got to move back just a little bit. I wish it was easier to see. That's impact. Is that close enough? I think that's closer at least. Now we have everything recording at once. Now I think one of the issues here is going to be, even if I'm cut off over here. Oh no, that works. And then I kill the audio and I transition. This is my bag of stuff. But even if I'm cut off. Like, I can probably take all of this, make it faster, chop the audio right after the clap. Because we don't need the 1, 2, 3 clack. So let's Now we got it lined up. Just clip it right there. I'm going to put you on another line, mute you. And then we want to change the speed. Let's make you I want you to fit right in here, right? Or do I want to click right here as well? All right, let's just say 400%. I don't like that. Oh, right, because it does this thing where if you speed up the clip, but it's a trimmed clip, it just adds back in the rest of the clip. So what I need to do is render you in place. And then I can speed that portion up separately. Boom, boom, boom. Change clip speed is 400. That's too fast. Is it though? Well, let's see what it looks like if we put it over here. Now we have everything recording at once. of sorts, even if I'm cut off over here. This is my bag of stuff. You out the way. And then we go back into fast forward with a quick transition to say gloves. Protect oneself. I wonder if I should trim that a little bit more and just move the audio over. And most of this is probably going to be like this sound in the background. I think this should be faster. Do I need to... I think I need to render this one in place. Oh no. They're already rendered. So right now you're at 2,000. What if I do 4,000? All right. It's like the idea is basically the montage of stuff being moved. Even 4,000. Oops, wrong one. Stop. All right. Let's change this speed. It's only 1,000. We're going to do 5. We're going to do 8,000. And then you are going to become 10,000. And you are going to be 8,000. I don't like the idea of, nope, not 80,000. I don't like the idea that I'm wasting all of the filming that I did, but at the same time, like, nobody wants to watch someone just clean. There we go. Protect oneself. Yeah, that's way better. All right. And then, unless I say something funny in here, this is all going to go as well. Hey, look, my bitrate is green. I'm set to excellent. I moved the trash cans and I'm like, oh, well, I'm done. I think I want to turn the desktop audio down just a little bit because there is such a thing as too much me. I know, I know. How's this copy going? It's still going. I think I did need verbose. This seems to be the story of my life lately. Everything I want to do requires me to move things out of the way to do it. So fun. Yeah, see, that's no good. None of that's useful. I gotta go digging through. I've been on I was on a kick of getting audio files. I have so many sound effects and stuff. Because I would love at some point, squirrel. I would love at some, oh, I don't have a great ball. Premier ball it is, but apparently I need to buy some great balls. I would love at some point to kind of transition and do some work on building a game. One of my favorite things in life was playing D&D and being a DM and building building a world for people and watching them enjoy it was awesome. There we go. Mute that.
Well, I mean,
Womp.
there's got to be one car that you generally take when you're going to a site.
Like,
I specifically didn't set that up because there was stuff in it, but it's your stuff. So
what does that say? That one's disabled, but it's. Oops. Oh, that's why.
Who cares if someone steals it, right?
Yeah, this is a lot of just standing around. All right, so we're going to trim there. I do think I'm going to just get rid of all this audio. I'm going to do trim it. Put you up, disable. And I think I can do this. We'll disable you. Drag you a little over. And then we can kind of do a wonk and a wonk and a wonk and a wonk. Check out how cinematic this suddenly looks. Not that part. Pale. The fence that he's talking about, that was just it. It is super useful, but man, it's right in the way.
Well, I mean, why don't they just? There's got to be.
All right, so yeah, basically all of that can go. So choppy, and I've already screwed up the audio at this point. So we can just get rid of everything up to this point. Good. Oh, nope, not delete. Backspace. This. Well, this I know is, nope. This I know goes. This can be a delete. And then I can just transition you in. And again, this is all going to end up just being like super fast forward anyway. maybe this song. Although this isn't my favorite song in this particular list is the Hype Beast one. And actually, so it's kind of funny. When I first decided I wanted to start streaming, I was, just completely dead audio in the background. There was nothing. And I realized, let me add some music because it's more interesting for myself than just dead air. And I have it so I can hear it. But the only way I could find at that point with Linux and OBS was to create a new, basically a WAV file, and just chain together songs into one big file and then embed that file in OBS. And I haven't gone back to it since. I've got that set up. That's been running. That's my electric background, and that's been the thing. Although, I first started with RPG music, and I was less than enthused with that. Real quick, water break. Water broke. All right. But yeah, since then, I wonder if, like, there's my single file. This is just one, actually. Hey, where's other locations? Oh, network. No, those are all still zipped up. I don't want to mess with that. Music. I mean, some of these are. This is just one particular set of music. Ambient. Yeah, a bunch of ambient sounds. There was, I think I'm missing one. Maybe these are all, I think, images. Did I put it in here? No, that's just a background. I was looking at different types of overlays before I was like, I could do that. I need to figure out where I put that because it should be in here. And music should have folders in it as well. Like I have the industrial music pack. One of these I bought the entire set for a punk music pack. I don't have it in here, right? No. I'm gonna have to go find that again and I guess re-download it. That makes me sad. Oh, whatever. That is not a now problem. All right, so I grabbed that just because all I'm really interested in, because I'm going to fast forward through all this, is where is their activity on screen, right? I mean, some of these, like my buddy, he is fine with being on camera, but he's not here to say, hey, I want to be on camera. So I did let him know that, all right, I asked him and he said, if you could edit me out, edit me out. So I will probably have like some zooms and things like that. Especially the camera stays in one place this entire time, right? Well, I move it around a little bit, but it's just GoPro on one side, phone camera on the other side, and it's not super interesting. I'm pretty sure all of this can go. Maybe here, like everything up to there can go. We can still get rid of all. I did it again. Backspace. No, in this case, I do want to delete. And I think at this point, I actually move the camera. Oh, that's less than ideal. It's, I guess it doesn't matter. It's a little laggy. So what? I'm going to be chopping it all down. And actually, I'm going to trim this a little bit more. Maybe right there. Because that lets me keep my promise. Like, yeah, there's activity on screen, but, Now, if I go here and I do effects, can I... Is it effects or is it color? I recently did a blur effect, which I thought was kind of neat. But let's see, can I... No, it's got to just be an effect, right? Full time frame. Oh, you know what? It's not even an effect. It's here. I just zoom this in. And I move it over. Let's see how that looks. Honestly, I think I can trim that one right about there. Let's see how cinematic that looks. Oh yeah, I gotta buy me some Pokeballs. Oh no, I'm back to my stream being unstable. Sending too much bits. And I missed the whole cinematic enterprise. A Jigglypuff. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I still don't have Great Ball. And then we transition to that. And again, I think I could just get rid of this. No, not like that though. Why is this even in there? Boom. I can trim you right there. And goodbye. Wait, I thought I already trimmed that. Is he just doing twice as much work as me? There we go. Do I say something interesting in here? I think this is just me actually moving the camera. Jigglypuff caught. Let's go, actually, boom, boom, before I do that, not subject you to listen to me twice. Like I said, there is such a thing as too much me. Because what I want is to pop this out. Go away. Bring back the desktop audio so you can hear the things. Why do I have so much money? I mean, I don't mind. Plain old Jigglypuff. We want the Great Balls. 20? I can't get 20. 10 it is. How is our Jigglypuff? Is it jiggly? It's fantastic, except not. So much fun. All right, out of the way. Let's get back to my silly self walking back and forth and trim out all the work my friend is doing. I need more coffee. Wait, why is this still in there? I think I just said that. Yeah, this has got to go. Does it ever get interesting? Just me taking the last poll. Right there. Nope. Back. I've got to show me actually doing work. We can probably trim it there. And then I can just do this. Goodbye. And then we just do the same thing. We zoom in a little bit so my friend's not in there. And it looks like I did everything. I mean, I did everything. Done. Let's get rid of the audio there. Well, I can unmute the audio because basically just seeing if I say anything worth keeping, right? Oh, I did get the very end of that. Let's zoom in on that. I think it was right about here. Yeah, I think from here over can go because I don't like that sudden camera shift. No, no, that's not good. We have him moving things. I think that's going to be my next.
I guess I go back to my original plan was to put all this there.
Geez, I'm so loud. Can I? Let's lower that volume just a little bit. There's still too much me in there. I don't care how long I spend editing my videos. I still hate the way I sound. I wonder if I could lower. There's kind of a problem there too. Does that lower if I go all the way down? Oh no, electric background's still going, so that's fine. But then I can probably bump this back up and it won't be too bad. Let's go to one of the, me being particularly loud. There we go. I think I was getting blasted extra by myself. All right. Look at this. Look at this. It's too much. And I'm just going to be cutting through all of this as fast as possible. Like here, it's basically going to be like that. I wonder if that's too many cuts for as fast that I might need to slow it down a little bit in there. But like this got to be 10,000. Change speed. This change speed. Oop, that's got to be rendered. We're going to call you. What am I at? Like render 10? Average stream bitrate too high. Let's what should it be? Set the bitrate to 6,000. Let's look at this. I go to my settings and I say output. My maximum bitrate is 10,000. Let's set it to 6,000 and see if that cleans everything up. We're not going to know for another like 20 minutes, but we'll see in a moment. All right, and we need to change speed. is there. Grab you, drag you all the way over. And then we'll grab everything that's left. And put you there. All right, let's see what this looks like. That does not look awesome. Stop. You. What's... Oh, no, I don't want dynamic zoom. Do I? We. No, it's not. Okay, so I think I am going to zoom in a little bit here. Let's see what that looks like. And change speed. Maybe 7,500. I don't want these cuts to come too fast. Oh no. Yeah, I still had everything selected. Zoom. What are we at, like 2 minutes of video? Oof. What even is that? This might need to be just a little bit longer. Let's make you 8,000 as well. Why did you not change speeds? Change speed, 8,000. Stretched fit. All right, what? Do you guys remember what happened there? Change speed. Let's put you at 100 again. Okay, something is... Okay, so it's got the move. And it fades out too much. center it. Great ball it is. All right, let's see how that looks. That's not terrible, I guess. Although this playback kind of skips right over it. There's probably an easier way to do this, but I don't know what it is. Not for the sake of argument. Let's just let's change everything's speed to, say, 10,000. And yeah, we'll do, I'm going to leave it on stretch to fit just to see what happens. I'm just kind of curious if I can, if I just like make the changes. Like, see, hey, that clip, a whole bunch just hanging around talking. That can all go. All of it. And that's the same clip. And then we're doing that clip again. Okay, nope, that isn't going to work. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great either. That bit, I don't mind it being slowed down. What is, oh, that's just me walking over, finishing the walk. That means realistically, like, that guy's fine. That can go, that can go. Because, yeah, now that's gone. What's OBS say my bitrate is? Why are you still sending more than maximum? I just change you to constant and I set you to,
I guess
okay.
go back to my original plan was to put all this there.
It's still sending 6-1. See, and then bunk. This is where I've got to basically cut between the two.
Yeah. Oh no, I understand.
All right, I do think I'm just going to, oops, I'm just going to get rid of the audio in general. Unless it's something where I do something stupid, like here or here.
And we have audio of sorts. Even if I'm cut off over here. This is not.
What did I do here? Is it just too quick?
Now we have everything recording at once. And we have audio of sorts. Even if I'm cut off over here.
I think I just want to say, and we have audio, even if I'm cut off over here, is what I'm going to change that to. And then I can just jam everything over to the side and I can get rid of this. So like right here, let's look at this. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to move you over and up. So then here, oops, too far.
Now we have everything recording at once.
That can go.
And we have audio.
Trim.
And we have audio.
Trim.
Of sorts.
Trim. Goodbye. Goodbye. You get moved under there. Select all of the things. And you get moved there. I can probably trim that first bit off too, actually.
And we have audio. Even if I'm cut off over here. This is my bag of stuff. You out the way.
And, oh yeah, gloves. Gloves are important. Protect yon hands.
Protect horns.
Actually, I'll go back here. I may be able to just do this. No, oh, I did it again. I just want that one. Right there. How's that look? I'm trying to think of interesting ways to get rid of the license plate in there without blurring it. Like this one, I kind of think I have no choice. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. It seems I do not, or at least I can't. I need to get just a little bit into the scene, I guess. There we go. Okay. So I need to create a box, a window, a box. Oops, I want a box. We don't want really any feathering on it. That's what that is. That tells you how far it's going to make it not look too blurry. Yeah. All right, so now we have a box. And we want to go to color, blur. There we go. And we want to track it. And then we track it through the entire clip. All right, let's see. Did I do that properly? We're about to find out. Yes, I did. Yes. I feel like I need to do something else because it's kind of still readable, but whatever. All right, stop. Who are you? It feels like 100% of the time people try to call me, like telemarketers, when I'm streaming. I don't understand it. Oh, we do want you to be less long, and I am going to change the speed. Maybe we make it 300. All right, first we render in place. Bink. You are... What are you going to be? You are going to be render... let's lift. Yep. How dare you not get caught, Centrit? And we're done. And now change speed. Should be fine. Let's try 300 first. Yeah, I don't hate that. And then that gets dragged out. And I come around the corner. I think both of those can probably be like 400-ish. Or maybe just this part 400-ish. I can probably trim this back just a little bit more. Like right there. Hey, a trap inch. Squirrel. I need a squirrel button. That's what I need. Squirrel. All right. Trim. Delete. And I'm going to have to trim it out. Those ladders are still sitting there today. Well, I don't know about today. I didn't go to the warehouse yesterday. And I was going to go today, but I did. Actually, no, I ran around and did my best to put some effort into getting the network here under control. It's interesting. I should be getting up to a 1 gig ping from this laptop to the Wi-Fi router that's on the other side of that wall. But what I am getting is 250 meg, which is okay. It's a weird number though, like 250 meg. That's strange, to say the least. So I feel as though individual devices may be being throttled by Comcast, or an individual device, in this case my router at the other end, because I get every device behind my router gets 250. If I plug directly into Comcast and do a speed test, I get 1 gig. What I've done, or one of the things that I did is my router has 2 outputs. So I basically teamed the 2 WAN connections and said, split the bandwidth 50-50. That's not going to give me 500 if I'm being limited. You know, it's still only going to give me 250 because you can only do 1 connection at a time. But when I did that, my upload went from average around 20 meg to 40, meaning it's not something. There's these devices that are on this network that are called TV boxes, and they use BitTorrent for all of their streaming capabilities. They're sucking up all the upload, and I guarantee that they're part of the reason that Comcast would be throttling the connection here. So I'm slowly shifting them off to their own network so that hopefully we can just see. I don't know. Well, what I'm probably going to do is limit their bandwidth, like give them a maximum upload of 5 meg and maybe a maximum download of 200 meg. And see if over time Comcast goes, oh, okay, there's something's going right there. And if all of a sudden I start getting the bandwidth back, then, but if I don't, then there's another. So we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I just let this run on and on in the background. All right, I think I could probably double the speed of this. Whoops, that's not what I want. Change clip speed. We will to maintain timing. Okay, nope. Hey, render this in place as well. So this is post walk. Sure, we'll call it post walk. Render. Do the thing. Rendering. All right, change you to hundo. Grab everybody. Once again, line it back up. Yeah, I think that looks better at double speed. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure I'm going to be trimming most of this. We can kind of go like there. Goodbye. Let's hide you real quick and see how this goes. Check that out. I mean, I'm a child. We'll go right there. I'm sorry, that's just I need to just trim that out because it's funny. Terrible. Terrible. Oh, this is going to be one where I'm going to zoom. That might be too zoomed in. But let's see. What's that look like? All right, I need to trim from here to there. And then I need just you. We're going to render you in place. We're going to call you Gotwood. Where did Gotwood go? That's not what I want. Where do these get saved at? I need to know. Twelve, 4, 2, 2, 3. There it is. So dumb. All right. Can I just do this? Oh no. There. I need to copy you. You need to go in clips. Because that is just the type of person that I am. All right. And now it's gone. Actually, though, is it still there? I mean, I know that it's still there. But well, before I go too far, that's a weird. Funny. Anyway. Oh, how's the copying going? It's going. It's kind of about the going in reverse thing. So I need to, it needs a little bit of finessing, I think. And 1 second. Why no one gonna tell me I'm on mute? I do need that, like, icon that says, hey, buddy. I'm worried about this. It's rendering in place and kind of frozen. Maybe because I was doing this. Change speed. Okay. All right, we're stopped. We're definitely not playing right now. So try the render in place again. We'll call you Stecken. Render in source. Go. It's really surprising to me how large 2 terabytes is. And it's, I've grown up with the, I mean, my first real hard drive was 20 megs. And just seeing that size increases, and the first time that I got a 1 gig hard drive and then a 10 gig hard drive, just mind blowing. And this 2 terabyte thing is at that level for me, because I was working with, well, a 1 terabyte drive even, and with games and video editing, it starts filling up. I mean, my main file server right now is 4 terabytes, and I think I'm using 3 of them. But this laptop having a 2 terabyte drive on it, and I'm just dumping 4K video on it, and sure, go for it. Who cares? Have fun. It blows my mind. It really does. Sweet. Rendered in place, and boom, boom, boom. We need to change the speed again. 10,000. Clip. No. Click. Mawile. I think Mawile is a dark type, right? Yes, it is. Or, no, it's not. But I caught it. Oh, that was fairy. Fairy and steel. And fairly garbage. Goodbye. Wow. A fantastic trapinch. Compared to a only 1. Goodbye. I need the money. I need to feed the Pokemon habit. Can you imagine Ash just like, Professor. Professor. Why can't I remember the name of the professor? Oak. I know they're all trees. That's all I remember. Professor Oak, you got any more of them Pokeballs? Do whatever you want. I mean, the only way that you can be the very best is to get out there and grind, kid. How many more of these stupid things do I need? All things considered, to get to 2nd level. 69. Nice. All right, grab everything left. Reconnect. All right, I'm going to run this through. I think I'm probably going to trim a few seconds off of this. Like, I don't need this. That right there, I think is where that's going to go. Boom. Goodbye. Yep, I gotta modify you. Color. Same deal. It's kind of funny because, like, you guys are all seeing this, right? And honestly, when I upload the VOD, it's gonna be there. I don't like, wonder if there's a modifier. Like if I grab this and do that, nope. If I grab you and do that, nope. Shift. What if I shift? Nope. All right, fine. Let's do this. Dunk. And dunk. Anyway, I was saying, like, you guys are all seeing this, so I don't know why I'm doing it. That's more for the practice at this point, honestly. All right. This audio may go too. That's where I'm kind of convincing myself I should be cleaning. Glorbs. And then just stuff getting moved around. I think I should get rid of that. I don't like that fade away now. Let's go get that. Let's get rid of that right now. I don't like it. Not anymore. Is this the one I don't like? Yeah, it's too long. I mean, I have one here. Why doesn't it seem that bad? Oh, because I'm fading to something. Oh, wait, I didn't check. How's it going? What are you, up early or up late? I used to have, on all of my servers, I had the time there for a while, so that when I was working, I would be like, oh yeah, it's this time over there for him. But I haven't been working on my servers lately. It's been video editing. So what you up to? Besides being cold. It's cold as heck here too, actually. You see how much cleanup I had to do? I'm not even like, this is just me cleaning up to get to the point where I could start working on the thing. Oh yeah, that's right. You're really considering doing the 1 gram, 1 mile and letting people know. Or is it 1 pickle, 1 mile? That sounds dirty. I found this stupid clip of myself. It was actually in here cleaning. It's kind of funny. Like, that doesn't look too bad, but when you do this, I'm like, oh, that's too stupid.
That's the last thing I do. I want to be helpful in that.
I had to save it. I'm probably going to loop it and put it somewhere. I mean, you know, speaking of a mile of pickles. Can I just change the speed? Add a couple zeros. Yeah, it definitely. Like, just where did it come from? Where did the idea come from? And I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing here is, you know, I got this trailer 2 years ago at this point, and stuff slowly got piled up on it. And, you know, that's step one. I was going to show you, what am I looking for? Well, you might find this is my current roommate. But that's not what I was trying to show you. Because it's apparently not in here, which means I have to save it off of. There is a downside to secure messaging. Sending pictures through secure messaging means that they're basically gone unless you are smart enough to save them. I just have to find them all now. I don't know where it's going to put them. What do I know? How do I share getting better at it? You know what? Honestly, I have found sharing it is forcing me to get better at it. at, you know, a lot of these things. But the biggest one is talking. I used to not talk so good. And then there's stupid things like looking down and realizing, wait, I'm on mute right now. Because I always go on mute when I'm drinking my water or coffee or whatever, because my microphone's actually fairly sensitive. But I mean, realistically, that's kind of how it started originally for me. You still have a Mac laptop, or do you still have a Linux laptop? Because if you still have the Linux laptop, that's partially the way to go. Ah, okay. So one thing you'll find out, well, number one, DaVinci. Go get it. It's free. This is the paid version, so I have a little bit more capabilities. But it's free. Go get it. This is the absolute best thing that I ever found as far as video editing goes. And a lot of people say, "Oh no, the Apple stuff is good." The Apple stuff is good and it is fine. This is, you know, I mean, it's the consumer versus prosumer versus whatever. This is actually what's used by a lot of professionals. You'll find like a lot of Marvel movies were edited in DaVinci. And you can, I mean, it's got the presets for, you know, whatever it is you're trying to render into. You've got a full audio sampler, all that stuff. And like I said, all of this is actually free. There's no weird licenses saying, oh, if you're going to make money off of it, you have to do something. Nope. It's free. Free as in beer. The limits on it are that you have to have most of the paid codecs on your own machine. So that's why I ended up buying it. Yeah, no, none of that. I ended up buying it because to get the codecs on Linux, you have to buy the codecs. But even if you buy the codecs, it's not like they're automatically, it's not like this is going to recognize that they exist. Squirrel. So they're not going to recognize automatically that they exist. So you have to integrate them and do all that sort of stuff. So, and plus, if I'm going to use it and I enjoy it as much as I do, I'd rather pay them for it. You know, I've always been that way. Atlas Earth. I think you may have talked about it before. Oh, yeah. I think you had started getting me on that one, if I remember right. It was a game that came out a while ago, right? It's always weird when all they have is the 3D models instead of the originals. Here, since we're talking about it, let's pop it on here. Deny. Yeah, I seem to remember that we had a conversation about this guy. Only if you want to be on stream. I mean, heck, we could do, if you already have the account, you could just stream via Twitch and then we could do a shared stream. Do you still hold any Bitcoin? I know that we kind of went back and forth about, like, you're all, oh, I'll throw some cash in there. Who do they have for jobs? Let's see. Sorry, no job openings. Well, then take that off. The more you travel, the better it gets. And there's nothing but American flags. Millions of Atlas bucks. Can you convert the Atlas bucks to real crypto? Or cash back, allegedly. Rent is virtually accrued digital currency that can be redeemed for USD gift cards or more. Once players accrue a value of 5 or more. I'm 5. Oh, I see you calling, but I don't think I'm going to answer. The audio situation gets weird there. I wonder if I can do, actually. Hang on. I think I have WhatsApp on here. I have a messenger. Nope, that's to install it. Can I do WhatsApp web, maybe? So what I'm kind of trying to think is if I can log into WhatsApp web. Because it is on, since I am on stream, I don't want to have a half a conversation. Menu settings, iPhone link. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if audio will work on here. And try not to. I'm trying not to show all of my chats on stream. That would be less than ideal. Settings. No, I don't think WhatsApp web lets you do calls. That seems like a Microsoft thing, doesn't it? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. But it is something that's worth figuring out at some point, I think. Well, there's always, well, no, that won't work. I was going to say we could do Google Voice, but then you'd have to actually dial me. I'm sure that wouldn't be a problem, right? Although I wonder if you called from a Google Voice number, it's VoIP to VoIP. I don't know. I mean, I kind of understand it. Like, if I'm streaming something that's, well, okay, so there is voice in technically, kind of, but I have to actually build it. I'd have to build it into my own OBS client and allow viewers access to it. But there's kind of a thing like when you're streaming, well, the use case is they want you to also use Twitch, and then you just stream together. It's come on, this little icon right here. I think that's their use case, but the idea, you know, like if I'm streaming anything with any sort of chat component, I've got to have a blurred box over anything that's coming from outside, because I'm responsible for everything that comes on here. So like if you drop an F-bomb, well, that's on me. I don't have the checkbox saying don't show me to kids. Not to say that I haven't slipped up myself once or twice, but click. Yeah, well, that I can see too. But again, is that possible? Yes. Who has to make that? I have to make that. I mean, on the back end, it's OBS here. And basically, I've just got, you know, like, I've got closed captions that are using Google Voice. I had to make that a thing. Got all of the various inputs and changes and silly things. You know, it's cool. Again, free, open source. I think it's open source. Yes, it is. You can download it and run it. Pretty much everything that's used for live video is either this or it's based off of this. It's somebody that's taken it and commercialized it, but it's basically, this is the thing. It's really, really cool as far as its capabilities. It suffers a little bit from it's open source. So is it 100%? No. I mean, yesterday I was getting 4 frames per second, and there was really absolutely no reason why. Turns out that for whatever reason, the plugin that I'm using to trim out my background and add this little green line was using 100% of all 16 of my CPUs. Don't know why. But actually, like, this shot is done in OBS. So this is this one's the GoPro. Never mind. Is it this one? This is recorded OBS, the same camera that I'm using. So basically right now I've got 2 views when I'm doing normal recording. At some point I'm going to have more, but it's a matter of how much can I get out of just zooming and panning and actually one of the shots that I have here, I managed to find, I think, a good space. It's all of it. You've got virtual cameras, you've got streaming, you've got recording, and then you've got the various settings. You can set how many audio tracks, how many video tracks. or which, not how many video tracks, which audio track is on the video track. Like a lot of times streamers, they'll just play the radio in the background on stream, and they'll set that to audio track 1, and then, or they'll set their voice to track 1. They'll set the radio to track 2. And when you go in and you upload your VOD to save for the future, you just remove that audio track, and then there's no copyright strikes. You can still get it if they catch you live, but, you know, sneaky squirrel stuff like that. Then you have your, you know, all of your stuff. It really is like full studio mixing. And I think there's some of the stuff that you can do in here as well. I haven't messed with it. And I mean, this isn't the only tool chain, but I can tell you it's the tool chain I use that I'm getting comfortable with. No, OBS is everything. OBS is on all of it. It's just a matter of how much effort. I mean, since we're looking at it. This is one of the things that I'm really working on. When I talk about something on stream, put it on the video so that I can say, yes, this is what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's with the plugins and everything. I mean, one of the things that's kind of cool is like the plugin. If I transition, it looks, you know, that's just a plugin that makes it so that things shift and slide rather than that. Yeah, basically. I mean, where I'm at is getting to the point where I'm doing a 10-minute, you know, I'm trimming everything down. But yeah, sit there and do a 10-minute single take and throw it up there. Like me, I take everything that I do on Twitch and I copy it to YouTube as well. There's in the video producer, when you publish, you can also export it and it'll send it straight to YouTube. But that's, again, that's if you're doing it on Twitch. Squirrel. Ah, go away. Yeah, DaVinci does it. Well, DaVinci's like the final editor, producer, you know, doing all of the cleanup and making something usable out of 3 hours of video. At some point, I do hope to take the streams and kind of trim out useful bits and turn it into something. I'm so slow at video editing though, so I'm not there yet. But one of the cooler things is just the ability to create different types of videos. Like, you know, you can see there's wire dangling over here, so let's get rid of that. And now the entire thing is going to be zoomed in like that.
That's the last thing.
Oops. Sweet. Bronze on cot. Is it any good? It's a level 1. Bad, average, nope. Wait, is it dark? Nope. Goodbye. Now does the... Yes. There we go. We want a box. Honk. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. There. Bada bing. Yoink. And track it. Okay, that's kind of funny. But, you know, I would, when it comes to the name, just pick one and go. You can always change the, yeah, basically just covering up my plates. It's just funny that I knocked it out of the way. You can always change your name. Your link stays the same. Your subscribers get a notification that your name changed. I mean, really, just you could go with, like, I don't know, survival placeholder. Now it's gonna be all blurry up there. It's funny. And then it goes, yoink. I'm gonna leave that in just because it makes me laugh. Oh yeah, absolutely. It was, see, it's blurry right here. And then, that's staying just like that. Did I?
And it's so rare.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're probably not going to catch it anyway because I'm going to do one of these and just this whole thing is just going to end up being a 2-minute montage. I record everything just in case, but like at some point you got to realize you just got a bunch of crap, right? Where'd you go? Oops, why are you over here? One thing that's kind of cool though is with if you are on Mac or Windows, technically you can do it with Linux, but it's a pain in the butt. But the idea of mixer boards, they just plug into OBS and DaVinci really easily. I don't want to spend the money on one just to have one more freaking project, but but some, like, one of the things I've wanted to do is I've got this clip in good old GIMP. And it's in my thumbnail template. Oops, I meant to open that. Basically, in all of my thumbnails, there's this little guy somewhere. And just to have a little, you know, make him, hi. I'd like to have a button that just, you. And just a mute button. Having to go to software to hit mute is nuts. I have an old tablet that has a piece of software called OBS Blade. That's like a free mixer, but all it really does is give you direct access to the buttons that are in OBS. Useful? Yes. Cool? Absolutely. When I'm traveling and I only have one screen, you better believe it's better to have that than to, you know, bring up my video thing, press the button, and then put the video thing away. Is this... I don't think I have this one currently. What are they called? Yeah, here's one of them. Basically, you just set up all of the buttons to do whatever. And it's essentially macros, right? But it can be a little bit more. Each one of these is a screen unto itself as well. But like, these are the more, this is the more well-known company that does them. But $250. That's too much. Too rich for my blood. You know what? I'm just going to get rid of this audio. I don't think I say anything worthwhile. It's all going to get voice overed. But because of that, I now need a new box. 0, 0. And I know it's washed out, you can barely see it, but that's because of the size. At least I think it is. Blur, yoink, yoink. And track it. Yeah, I had a miniature mixer for recording, like when I was doing bass and guitar, and you know, for recording. I ended up selling it when I got a Sound Blaster. I think it was the Audigy Pro. That thing was ridiculous. I mean, it's a sound card, right? Nobody buys sound cards anymore. No. This one had a special block that went in the back, and then it put 3 inputs up on my desk, and I could just plug my guitar into it, and it would recognize automatically and then bring up their software, and I could do exactly the same thing. I had all of the mixer, the true mixing capabilities through just software. Windows only, and I think it like lost support around Windows 7. I think they still make Something like it, but it's like a it's a box for a phone or something along those lines. Oh, wow, it's still a thing. And it's about the same price I paid for it. It looks like they may have changed how they do the input on it, though. Hey, mine was a square box, and there was no blue LEDs on it. Those didn't exist yet. I mean, they existed, but you know. Man, that brings back some memories, though. Just the card. All right, that one was easy. Nope, wrong one. This guy. That old thing can go. Let's see if my photos got uploaded yet. Oh, you might appreciate this one. You know what that is. I ran that thing into the ground finally. I was actually surprised that it happened. Oh yeah. There's definitely. Well, I mean, I was actually just talking about something that I had happen. These guys, Five Fine, they make a lot of cheaper electronics. I think they have a Stream Deck as well. But like this was my lav mic setup, but I had it fail on me just randomly, like 5 times. It just, there was no reason for it. Like, it's got indicators for how charged it is, and it would be 3, and then I'd look at it and it was dead. Squirrel. But I left these guys a really bad review on Amazon. I mean, it was a 2-star, not 1-star. Like it's good audio quality when it works, but if you can't trust it, that sucks. There's nothing you can do about it anymore, right? So I basically said, you know, I'm going to use it as my throwaway set. If I'm working somewhere that is dirty, nasty, it's going to get wet, something could get broken, I'm going to use this guy. And they reached out and said, hey, it sounds like you had a bad experience. What can we do to make it right? And I explain again, like, there's not really too much, but if you guys want it back, I like your products otherwise. If you want it back so that you can figure out what happened to it, send me another one. I'll send it back to you. Their next message is basically asking me if I'd charged it overnight. Like, ooh, don't you dare. But we got past that. I'm sending it back to them. They're sending me a new one. And, it's just kind of cool. You wouldn't really expect the Amazon knockoff market to be like, oh, well, let's make that right for you. You know, I don't know. It shocked me. Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, it says in my review, I've been using this daily for a month. If, and then it says, you know, it's great quality, it's awesome when I can rely on it, but I found that I can't. Like, I don't know. It was very, very detailed, and you could just tell that there was that moment where I got passed off from the person who handles the reviews to the person who's supposed to do support. Man, getting this thing out was fun. Wonder if I haven't actually watched the video too closely of when we're dragging this thing out, because this trailer does not have a tailgate. And a quad is not heavy, but it's not that light either. Let's see if I can get these pictures up, because it's not wanting to share them for some reason. No, I'll figure it out. But does it show? Oh man, all of my videos cut it off. Basically, the hitch. I think this will be the part that you will actually enjoy when I get to editing that portion of video. The hitch that was on here was a regular ball hitch. These didn't come with regular ball hitches. What happened was apparently they put a regular ball hitch inside a steel sleeve, welded the hitch to that steel sleeve, slid that steel sleeve over the top of the point where the trailer meets, welded that in place, and then put a like 1/4-inch steel plate on the bottom, and it was a square plate, welded that on both sides to the supports, and then torch cut to make it line up. It's absolutely horrible to remove. I'm in there with a Sawzall, grinder, cutting disc, you name it. I'm peeling this thing out, and so my original plan was just to cut along the plate on both sides and then just chop the hitch off. When I cut the hitch off, I see that where the steel plate is on the bottom and where the wrapper is on the top, there is a thin strip in between the two pieces of metal of a dusty red substance. It's all got to go. I've got to cut everything out. It was not a fun thing to find. Nothing but piles and piles and piles of rust, because of course, right? And the welds are not TIG, they're not MIG. Someone was definitely stick welding that thing, and it's rough. Actually, I wonder if I've got enough of the... Oh, I've got it in here, I think. 8th. It'll probably be this one. Yeah, so that's it finally getting cut off. Like, you see that? That's how I'm getting that off. Oh. That's how it's coming off. And that's, you know, Yerunk, yerunk. That is the face of someone who's over it. But that's what's going in its place. Trying to think, do one of these. A little bit more cleanup. Some of my unboxing stuff. This thing is ridiculous. So kind of. Technically speaking, for me, chat is right here. Where are you? Why are you up there? Did I delete the wrong one? So chat is in here. But how I had to do it is less than ideal. Oh, you mean for, you know? There, on the viewer side of things, I think there is. Let me see. I seem to remember that there is a, boom, you go full screen, and then, yeah, in the upper right-hand corner, there's a little arrow with a line. Yeah, normally I have it as an overlay right here, but I ran into some interesting issues when I upgraded, because I upgraded Fedora, and then that required an upgrade of OBS, which changed the default web page plugin, which broke all of my plugins, or broke all of my chat overlays. And it's on the list, you know, that's how that gets. All right, where were we? Hey, I'm walking around behind, cleaning stuff up. More cleaning. Most of this is going to be I think I'm just going to get rid of all of this audio. I don't think there's much in there. And if there is, I'll go back to it. And again, we're just fast forwarding these guys. I don't know if the 3 stars are, I didn't get an auto mod notification, but it looks like you may have been censored. That's the right word, censored. need to render you in place. You're no longer stacking. Yep. Yeah, it doesn't, hang on. I think I can give you temporary access to post a link. Moderation. Try it one more time. There we go. "3D printer eliminates the bed." No, I haven't seen this. Turn that back on real quick. So where are you printing? Are you just, is this just printing on whatever surface? On a Roomba? That's hilarious. Oh, Roomba print. uh, that's exactly where I knew they were going. And the cat's like, no. You take that back, human. Squirrel. It's, ooh, this is the, let's see. '83. I think I caught this one. No. Oh man, that just. Oh, there's so many questions. So many questions and no answers. There's. Now, do you think that they took the dustbin out for balance purposes or like for weight savings? Oh, I don't want to read the comments. I know Hackaday comments. Oops, I forgot to hit OK during all that. That's hilarious. I mean, that's just a whole new level of the Roomba with a knife. Ooh. Stupid fish. And I got to do that here as well. Come on. Oh, wait, nope. Render in place, front side, tube. I really need to redo my music. Change speed. No. Bink. Wow, they disappeared. No. Click. All that effort into a few seconds, milliseconds even. So I'm thinking Roomba prints its own gun. No, come back. I hope that's not too many jump cuts there. Well, it shouldn't be. Change speed. You're going to be 10,000 as well. I think I'm just getting rid of this one. Just me standing there. No, I did not read the manifesto. The bullets were his manifesto in my mind. Oh, that's why that's there. Okay, we'll just go right there. Start. I find it hilarious that he basically got caught because he was acting too suspicious in a McDonald's. I don't know. When I say too many jump cuts, it's you don't want the, you know, you get that feeling when you're watching a video that it's just like bang, 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 too much. Slow down. I mean, when you look at it this way, it looks like it's terrible. There's some, I mean, well, here, let me do something real quick, because I do have some videos that I've done that are like that. They're not general consumption videos, but I can send you a link to one of them. They're available by link only, just because there's friends and, you know, family friends and stuff and kids and things that those aren't for YouTube, right? I need to find, oh, actually, it'd probably be easier if I go this way. It's so ridiculous how far back in my history those videos are. Go back here. Y'all. Boom. So here's the thing about that. I agree with you. That's absolutely worthwhile. Um, what you want though is user interaction, and you want someone to go, oh wait, I missed something, and go back and watch that again. It looks better for you. Not more than looks better for you. It helps push you up the algorithm more. It sucks to think like that. I know it sucks to think like that. I hate that I think like that, but having someone pause your video and then kind of skip a couple of things, and then it doesn't work as well. But having title cards, absolutely. Yeah, the worst part about doing it is watching other creators and seeing them do something and go, huh, why'd they do that? There's a lot of them where, they'll throw the montage in. So what I usually do is I just put the data, like, I use Google Sheets. I use Google Sheets, Google Docs, and then I share that. I just put that in the comments. And I just say, everything I'm doing here, it's going to be available down in the comments. Right? I mean, yes, a person has to open a separate window, but, if they're interested in the data, they can do it while you're doing a montage or something. Oh, wait, I was looking to see how bad our little jumpies are. Jump, jump, jump. Oh, you barely see it. That's okay. I'm right there with you, but the thing about the algorithm is it's not just about whether or not you make money, it's also whether or not people see it. And if no one sees it, one thing I would also recommend, as silly as this may seem, look at some of the affiliate programs, especially like once I decided that I'm going to use Renogy for the power system in my trailer, I reached out and said, hey, I'm going to be putting your name and your products on a video a lot. Is that something you're interested in being a part of or not? And I mean, more than likely, they look and they're like, oh, you have 50 followers. At most, you have, 20 views. We don't care. We'll pass. But at least the option's there, right? I can understand that. And, a lot of mine, I can see the views like, and then they'll drop off after a couple of minutes, and I'll be like, there's probably something pretty cool right next to my video. I can say I've stopped really enjoying Adam Savage's stuff without a straight man to play against. He like, I'm at a point where okay, I understand his perspective and I can see what it is he's interested in, but his excitement without someone next to him being just the exact opposite of excited is grating to me. Yeah, getting the free stuff. I'm not worried about getting the free stuff. That's definitely not where my head's at. But I mean, I'm not going to say no to it. But they're going to start saying no to me when I'm honest, probably. I don't know. Most everything I've done an actual like review on or included in, this conversation as a review, I've paid for. It's not even most everything. It is absolutely everything. Yeah, there's not a lot of streamers and YouTubers that aren't like, hey, how you do it? What do you want to do? How are we doing it? What are we going to do today? And it's like, I understand. What you're really fighting for is the eyeballs of 6 and 7-year-olds that mom and dad aren't watching right now. And I say that as someone who knows about those, sees the parent hand them the iPad and goes, Oh, shoot. It is about wrap up time for me. I gotta go get dinner. Stabbing. Yeah, there's I mean, if you watch any of the gun tubers, like I watch Demolition Ranch, or I used to watch Demolition Ranch. He's started getting really old because of the very same thing, just super excited about things that are just start exciting. And then I kind of killed myself on him by watching his other channels and just kind of going like, no. Squirrel. But yeah, honestly, it's cool talking. It's cool talking to you, as it always is. It's interesting talking to you in this format. And this will be another thing that you're going to want to make sure that you work on. I'm David. This has been Attention to Detail. And if you made it through this all the way through, thank you, Pickle and Eggs. Or your real name if you prefer. Thanks. Thanks for making me a part of your day. And if you're on YouTube catching up and you made it this far, again, thanks for making me a part of your day. I hope I've taught you something, gave you something useful. And yeah, have fun. I won't do the like and subscribe. I'm not going to do it. Oh, sometimes I jokingly say, don't forget, you've got to dislike and unsubscribe, but do that to someone else. And I didn't even get the gibble. But yeah, the call to action, the like and subscribe, hit that alert bell, all that stuff. It really does matter. It really does make a difference, and it's cool. Yeah, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out, really. Have to do it again. I might be changing my schedule, so I might try to work it around you being able to stop by too. Take care.